A conversation about hate today and the effect it has on you, and also whether it's coming from people that are close to you or just complete strangers. But if it's coming from complete strangers, you should just ignore it, laugh it off, and just move on with your day. Just say it is what it is. If you feel the need to be defensive about some remark that someone has made, a nasty remark a stranger has made, someone who doesn't even know you as a person, that just in one sense could just mean that you have a low confidence, and because you have a lower confidence you feel the need to defend yourself in situations because you don't truly know yourself. And okay, there's a difference between physical aggression and just little nasty remarks that someone can make, like faces that someone can make at you. Like, just ignore that. If it's physical, it's completely differently. I'm not talking about physical right now. But if it's from people that you respect, people that you value, and you feel like they're hating, first of all, you should ask yourself, what if I'm the problem? Because there could be things and there could be spots, blind spots, that you're not seeing that they are seeing. And most of the time, that is the case. So you shouldn't just go straight away to your answer of, oh, they're hateful, they just are jealous, they're just that. What if you are the problem? And a lot of people don't ask themselves this question. I used to never ask myself this question. I used to never question if, oh, what if it's just my attitude that I was asking about before and they feel the need to put me in my place? Like, you just don't ask yourself these questions. And you could be the issue. And most of the time you are the issue and you just don't know why. And if you're just going defensive mode where you just shut down, stop talking to them, then you are the issue because you're not communicating. And if you're not communicating with people that are close to you, if you're not communicating with people that you respect, then that's already a flag and a characteristic that you should be working on with communication. Because as social beings, we're constantly communicating and we have to solve our issues that are ongoing in our lives. And how can we do that if we don't talk? So if someone's being hateful, also there's a difference between constructive criticism and just like criticism of like, oh, like why, like I just don't like you, you know, like I don't know. Just criticism, there's a difference between these two types of criticism. If it's constructive criticism, you should take it. You should ask yourself, okay, if I'm like this, what if, because yes, you know yourself the most, but there are situations and times where you have blind spots. Like sometimes people that are close to you just pick up on these blind spots that you have. So take that criticism and ask if it's true. Sometimes people look at you differently depending on the person, and they pay attention to the things you say that fits their scenario of you. Does that make sense? So if, for example, if someone has a distaste about you, they're more likely to pick up on negative things about you more than positive. And also yourself, like you're just more likely to be more negative towards yourself than positive. So yeah, it's about evaluating yourself, and it's about thinking yourself and being self-aware, which is really hard. You know, it's really hard. One of the things I would recommend is just spending more time with yourself and being independent and doing more tasks for yourself and learning to be independent. And you know what I used to do, which sounds kind of weird, but I used to just pick up the camera and just start talking to myself and like verbalizing the way I feel and just verbalizing events that are happening, and even just sitting in silence. Like I sound like actually crazy right now, but I just used to do that. And that made me like really come to a lot of realizations about myself, and even the actions and even the thoughts that I was saying. I was kind of just like analyzing them, and I came to like realizations about myself. And then when other people made comments, I was like, okay, does this fit? Like, do I actually view myself like this? Like, does this actually have an effect on me? Like, who is that person to say this about me? And I want to say, if you go in full defensive mode, if you go in full, what do you mean? Like, you shouldn't be saying this. Like, you work on yourself, and then you start like shit talking them, you are the issue. Like, you shouldn't be so defensive about criticism. And of course it's individual and it depends on the situation and the person who's saying it, but you should just not be so defensive about it. And it does, okay, there are variables, like I said, your confidence. Like, if you're more confident within yourself, if you're more confident within who you are as a person, then other people's remarks at you are not going to affect you that much. And one way, I have like a bunch of videos on how to be confident, And yeah, it does stem with yourself. So I do want to say that you should figure out yourself first, and then when you figure out yourself, then you can take that criticism, and then you can start making judgments about yourself. Wait, no, you should still take criticism, even if you don't know yourself, because that's always the beginning point of realizing where your blind spots are. Yeah, I said that wrong. So anyway, short video today. Hopefully you understood something.